Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Yeah, just came from keeping fit, man. In this 2026, we all have to keep fit. You have to eat healthy and you have to stay alive because this is a very wonderful year. Wonderful in so many ways. We have to be alive to witness the rising glory of Eastern Nigeria because it's going to happen with full force in 2026. I already made a post about this on my X account. But that's not even why I am making this video, because that one is already sorted. Like, I am 1000% sure of that. And for those of us who are from Eastern Nigeria, if you are smart, this is the best time to begin to carry out your feasibility studies back home. You need to start thinking of taking businesses home, because in a little bit, it might be extremely difficult to purchase land over there. I am telling you what I know. This is not some prophetic thing, hallucination or whatever. No, I'm not bluffing. I'm not making it up. I am telling you 1000% sure that the full glory of Eastern Nigeria will roar back to life with full force in this 2026. But then let's get to the point that I want to make, because this is almost like my New Year message. Yeah. Pardon, please. I'm all sweaty. Okay, so there is something we need to watch out for those of us who live in Nigeria. All right. There's a plan to add a little bit of fuel in the fire of the tribal rivalry and the tribal hate and bigotry that exists between the Yorubas and the Igbos in Nigeria. Now I need you to pay attention to what I have to say, okay? You see, on social media, we try to address a lot of nonsense that we perceive to be ill-informed or ill-thought out, I would rather say. There are so many things we see on social media that will make you want to lose your mind. And so for those of us who have the capacity, what we do, we address the nonsense. We see nonsense, we treat the nonsense. I don't want to use the F-bomb, right? We see any rubbish, we treat it. And like I always say to people, make sure you don't allow what happens on social media to affect your personal life as a human being. I'll give you an example. We see this thing going on between Yorubas and Igbos, right? And then sometimes with Hausas in Nigeria. It was artificially manufactured to keep all of us divided so that the real enemy, the beast, the colonial beasts, will continue to rip us off. And it's been going on. That's why trillions of naira is missing from NNPC. And the president is pardoning it. He's writing it off. That's why they suddenly decided that all the puppets that become presidents will now become ministers of petroleum. So presidents now become ministers of petroleum. That's why Nigerians can't tell you that this is how the resources in the source of Nigeria, petroleum, oil, gas, gold, minerals, they can't tell you this is how this thing has it impacted our lives or has affected us in any way. Forgive me, I'm sweaty and I don't want to put on the AC because it's going to make a lot of noise in the car. Okay. So I'm just going to keep wiping. All right. So what I want to tell you right now is, please don't allow the battle, the rivalry, the whole banter that we have on social media affect you, because they want to set us up again. Let me give you one example. All Yorubas are not bad people. All Yorubas don't hate Igbos. All Igbos don't have problem with Yorubas. All Hausas are not bad people. If you go to all these tribes, you see people who are fantabulous human beings. Those of you watching me right now, you know there are some Yorubas that you just can't trade for anything in this life. Some Yorubas watching this know there are some Igbos, they can't trade for anything in this life. I'll give you an example. You know Air Peace Airlines. He's our brother from Anambra State. But did you know that without a Yoruba man, that Air Peace would not be alive today? I produced a documentary of his story, the story of both Air Peace and Allen Onyema. And I know. And if you doubt me, you can go find out from him. You know our brother who just left the presidency of Afrexim Bank in Egypt, Okeorama, Dr. Okeorama, or Professor Okeorama. Do you know that without a Yoruba man, he would not be there where he was to play all that role from Nexim Bank, Nigeria, to Afrexim Bank, Egypt? Without a Yoruba man from day one, he would not. The man literally even adopted him as a son to make him what he is today. But we see the glory, but we don't know the story behind the glory. That's a Yoruba man. There is a multi-billionaire Yoruba guy I met recently. I'm talking young but filthy rich. You know what he told me? He said, the man who made me who I am, when my own fellow Yoruba people abandoned me, dumped me, betrayed me like trash, the man who took the pains, the courage to load me up with money and say, go right on ahead. You are going to make it in life. I have faith in you. He's an Igbo man from Abia State. Now that he has become a billionaire, that man is the place the man holds in his heart. Nobody in his village or anywhere can take that place in his heart. He travels to Abia State. He is literally taking this man as a mentor. He can hardly do anything without this man. All these things are happening around us. And yet, on social media, we're fighting and fighting like we want to kill one another. Let me tell you as you watch this video, the real enemy has been exposed. The real enemy is already being incapacitated. The wings of the real enemy is being clipped as we speak. And so they feel like in the last, like when they say the last kicks of a dead horse, in the last kicks, they want to stir up another rivalry between Yorubas and Igbos. And for people who are not matured enough to be on social media, they will let it translate into some physical actions. And you're going to see a lot of things happening against Igbos in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria. When you see that, don't be moved. Don't let it affect you. Make sure that your humanity is intact. Make sure that when you see any nonsense, any bigotry on social media, attack it. I'm not saying to allow it to slide. No, even I will not allow. We will attack it. But when you're done with all that battle to defend your dignity and your tribe on social media, make sure that the moment you step out of there, you restore back your dignity as a human being. And so that when you relate to people, you don't let that whole energy from social media affect your relationship in the real life. I have a partner who is British. One of the oldest partners I have today. He knows everything I do. He knows how I feel about his people, what his ancestors did to Nigeria. He watches all my videos, but we're still partners. You see, I can't hold him responsible for what his ancestors did to my people or for what their people are doing already. But I am angry with what the British is doing in Nigeria. And I'm attacking it. I'm not like somebody who fights and throws punches in the air everywhere. I go with target and I aim the target and I hit the target immediately. So that I don't just throw punches everywhere. So that even collateral damage will be all over the place. People who don't deserve my punches will receive my punches. That's not how I fight. I fight strategically. I have to know who is it that is sending the weapons my way. I demobilize the person, neutralize the person, and then I conquer. That's how I win. So I'm telling you, in this year, Nigerians, be careful, because deliverance has come to the trapped indigenous peoples in Nigeria, and don't let anybody drag you out of that. Happy New Year once again. God bless.
2026 go hot. Eastern Nigeria glory go shine again with full force. Make una mark am. The glory of Eastern Nigeria will return in 2026. As the dawn of a new year rises, so too does the hope of a people. Eastern Nigeria, a land rich in culture, resilience, and innovation, stands on the threshold of a new era. The promise of 2026 is not just a date, it is a declaration. A declaration that the spirit of progress, unity, and prosperity will surge back with full force. For decades, the East has been a cradle of creativity, enterprise, and education. From the bustling markets to the vibrant music, from the ingenuity of its entrepreneurs to the strength of its communities, Eastern Nigeria has always carried within it the seeds of greatness. Now, those seeds are ready to blossom once again. 2026 will mark a turning point, a year of renewal, of reclaiming heritage, and of charting a bold future. It is a call to the sons and daughters of the East, at home and abroad, to rise together, to invest in their land, to tell their stories, and to build the legacy that generations will inherit. So let this be more than a post. Let it be a prophecy. Let it be a reminder that no matter the challenges, the glory of Eastern Nigeria is unstoppable. Happy New Year once again. May this year be the beginning of the greatness we await.